Easy one tonight. I didn't really know what to expect because you wanted to see that against Charlotte on Friday, and they ended up having a fight for their life. But tonight, no Zion, no Brandon Ingram, and I think the Knicks – I think Friday night really sent a message to that whole locker room. Like, yo, listen, we can't play around here. Let's get busy. And they did that tonight, man. Defense setting the tone. Mikal Bridges setting the tone. And they got the job done, bro.
They got the job done indeed. I mean, this was just an easy night for the Knicks. First quarter, they set the tone. They came out, demolished the Pelicans, and there's no looking back, man. I mean, by the end, Pelicans were in single digit. I think they had only 6 points for most of the first quarter. I want to say like between 6 to 9 minutes. So this is no competition for the Knicks. Granted, the Pelicans were missing Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram, but you still want to see this team go out there, take care of business.
Yeah.
Now you talk about going in against the Orlando Magic, and look, for that situation, it's no wild card. There's no nothing. They got to go out and win that game. But for tonight, man, solid win for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, no question about it. And shout out to our guy, RGT85 franchise channel member, says, Bridges revenge. It is so, so sweet. And let's start off with Mikal Bridges, man, because he was the story coming into today's game. Tibbs did bench him, rightfully so, in the fourth quarter of that Hornets game. And Mikal Bridges said, look, he was right to do that. I'm struggling. I need to step my game up. Josh Hart was in the news. They said, hey, we got to get Mikal Bridges going. You saw in today's game Jalen Brunson making a concerted effort to get Mikal Bridges going. I counted at least 4 cuts to the basket by Mikal Bridges in which Jalen Brunson fed him, and he was able to convert. Brunson had 9 assists. I think at least 4 of those went to Mikal Bridges. So you're seeing the effort by the team to get him into a flow, get him into a rhythm. Tibbs is saying all the right things. Josh Hart is saying all the right things. Bottom line, bro, I think he's going to be just fine. Fans are going to be quick to try to grade this trade on a game-by-game basis. You just can't do it that way. You got to let this thing marinate. He'll be fine, but he's got to learn that this is the way in New York, man. This ain't Phoenix. This ain't New Jersey where you could just slide under the radar. Nah, this is championship expectations now, bro. So you got to come to play every night. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I mean, solid game for Mikal Bridges. I mean, offensively, he was on one tonight. Defensively, he was solid, too. He was doing a good job defending DeJounte Murray tonight. And, Murray didn't have necessarily anything easy in this competition. But Bridges, we talk about it, man. Just make sure that he gets involved early. That way he just feels like he's part of the offense, just get in the natural flow. This is a guy that needs to get in rhythm, and he was looking good tonight. I mean, the guy was just knocking down shots. The three-point shot was what was really key tonight, man, because he was just knocking them down, and it was a quick trigger. He just got the ball, put it up, didn't worry about it, and he was just draining them, man. And that he was one of the main reasons why the Knicks were able to get out to such a massive lead. I mean, this guy is look. You need these type of games if you're struggling. That way you can figure out how to get back into rhythm. So solid night for Mikal Bridges, man, both offensively and defensively. I thought defensively, that was where I was really looking tonight.
Yeah.
Defensively, I wanted to see that he was locking up DeJounte Murray because that's been the biggest question. Is that offense? Offense, look, we see tonight, Cat didn't have the most points. And with this 5, one of those guys can just rotate and be the catalyst for the offense on any given night. Defensively is where he needs to step it up, and tonight I thought he did a solid job against a guard who's a two-way player, and could get his in an instant. So solid job from Mikal Bridges tonight.
Yeah, I mean, especially from the guard spot, because guards have been giving this team trouble at the point of attack, and then also being able to break down defenses and spray out to 3, where the Knicks have also been vulnerable. So they did a good job of tightening that up, especially in the first half. DeJounte Murray did go out and get his in the third quarter, but, by that time the game was starting to get out of reach, and the Knicks were starting to take care of business. So when the game mattered, they definitely did a good job defensively, and I thought that really set a tone. So a good night by Mikal Bridges. And who else we got? Who's second game ball? Let's go to Cat. This was an easy one for Cat, man. 19 boards. He had the matchup with Yves Missy. There was no Zion in this game. So Karl-Anthony Towns, man, against a, scrappy but undersized Missy, gobbled it up, man. 17 boards he finished with in the first half. Finished with 19. 4-12 from the field. Wasn't really knocking him down, but didn't really have to. 14 points for Cat. 19 rebounds, a plus 17 on the night.
Yeah, I mean, they're defending Cat pretty well tonight, but he didn't, like I said, man, this is the whole point of this Knicks offense, this Knicks team in general, is that any one of the starting five, right, can just go off. And look, I know Josh Hart's not going to be that guy that goes off on like gets you 20, 30 on any given night, but he could get you 20 on a night. But regardless, that's the whole point of this team. That whole starting five can pick up for one another offensively, and it doesn't matter who. It could be either Brunson's night, it could be Bridges tonight, which is what it was. We even saw OG could drop 40 in a night, right?
Yeah.
It could literally be anybody. So you don't got to worry about Towns and necessarily getting his as long as he's being looked for, right? You can't go away from him, but he was being looked for tonight. Just didn't get it going. 19 boards though. I mean, he just stopped the Pelicans from whatever they wanted to do tonight. So solid job for Karl-Anthony Towns. I just like the way that he made his presence known on the defensive end by grabbing every single board. He was like a vacuum, man. Like dude was absolutely just getting everything that was going his way. So excellent effort by Towns tonight.
For sure. The captain, I thought this was a light one for the captain as well, man. 16 points, nine assists for Jalen Brunson, 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown. I thought some of the more underrated parts of this game for him obviously was the passing, feeding Mikal Bridges and connecting with him. But I thought he had some good moments guarding DeJounte Murray as well. I thought Jalen Brunson's defense was commendable tonight as well, man.
Depending on who you're talking to, especially in the third quarter, Clyde was calling him out on his matador defense. But the thing for me tonight was not necessarily Brunson's like scoring. Obviously, he went 4 for 11 from the field, got you 16 points. Not necessarily the greatest night for him. It was just the passing. The third quarter alone was where it just really stood out. For 5 consecutive plays in a row from Brunson on the offensive side, he was finding somebody, whether it was Bridges or Towns. He even found his boy Josh Hart for a 3 in that quarter. He was just on a clinic when it came to dissecting the Pelicans, and he just made it look so easy tonight. And we got to get rid of this nonsense of Brunson isn't a team player, dribbles the air out of the ball. The guy's finding his players, man. He's finding his teammates, and he did a great job tonight. How many times did we see him working the pick and roll with Karl-Anthony Towns tonight, either for a dunk or for a layup, or whatever it may be? Or how about how he was finding Mikal Bridges, as you were talking about earlier, just for the easy cuts, right? Yeah. The one that I liked was when he was driving, cuts from the left side across the free throw line, finds Bridges cutting from the right side, easy 2 points right there. Brunson was just on one tonight, man. The passing has really been the thing that has been standing out as the most recent for his game. He's been doing a great job, dude.
Career high in assists this year, 7.8 compared to 4.8 in his career. So Jalen Brunson is doing a good job, man, setting his guys up, and they have been delivering for him. Easy one tonight at the office for the captain. OG also set a tone tonight, man. 7 turnovers forced by OG Anunoby, 3 steals and 4 blocks. And so for OG, I mean, look, this is kind of what Mikal Bridges has to kind of learn as well. In that this is a classic example tonight where OG Anunoby goes 2 for 10 from the field, right? Struggling. He's been struggling last maybe 2-3 games with his shot, but defensively, he's a force. He's a one-man wrecking crew. 7 turnovers he accounted for. There's other ways to impact the game, and OG Anunoby showed you tonight, man.
And that's the stuff that Tibbs loves to praise, right? It's like, if your shot's not falling, what else can you do to impact the game, right? We even joked about it, or I think maybe you and JD were joking about it after, what was it, the Mavs-Knicks game, where you have Tibbs just, Grimes just reciting all Tibbs, like, you can still impact the game, grab a board, get an assist, right? OG did that to a T tonight. 2 of 10 from the field, 7 points. He went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Didn't hit any 3-pointers. You ruined my ticket on DraftKings, my guy, but hey, maybe next time.
Next time.
4 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. I mean, the man was just filling the stat sheet in every other area. I mean, how many times did we have to see a block? It was just fantastic from OG, man.
Good help defense.
It's a great help defense, and the way that he just impacts the game, man, is just he could be a one-man wrecking crew defensively, because just when you think you have just enough room to attack the lane, it's not there. He has the wingspan just to interfere and then cause a turnover. If not, he has the capability of chasing you down and getting a block as well to stop your possession right there or to reset it. And maybe you have an easy look right there. Now you got to work twice as hard to go get the next best shot.
Yep.
OG, solid defensive performance tonight.
Great job.
Loved everything about it.
Rambo from Tampa, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, yes, Rambo here with the check-in. You got me this time. That's what I like to see.
Check in, General. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling awesome, man. I'm feeling real stress-free, man. This is, it's a time of life to be a Knicks fan right now, man.
Yeah.
Even when we're not doing good, it's crazy. I don't feel like I need to defend my team. People are letting me know, like, nah, they're still good.
Yeah.
They just got to work it out. So, man, we coming to this year with expectations. I'm loving it right now, man. I'm living stress-free, man. So, but happy holidays to everybody. This is just my check-in right now. I needed to say what's up. I haven't called in a while. I'm doing my family thing. Happy holidays thing. All that.
So basically, you trying to get ready for your KFTV time later on, like Christmas time and into the second half.
Oh, you know it.
This is the build-up. This is the build-up. Be putting in work. Put in that family time now.
You have to. You have to. The holidays is for the family. You have to, man. Listen, tonight was a perfect example.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to take care of home.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we did.
Yeah.
And that's what I got to do. But real talk though, man, I gotta speak on it, man, because I think everybody in here listening already knows December is ours. Everybody's looking at this schedule right now.
Let's go.
Everybody's looking at this schedule right now, looking at December like barbecue chicken right now, man. So that's why I really had to call in, man, because we all gotta lock in right now.
Let's
see
go.
my boy Mikal locked in. We here. Even when I'm not here, I'm here. Don't forget. All right, just because you miss the post-game show doesn't mean you have to miss it again. There's a replay game.
Replay game.
So all major podcast formats.
Yeah.
I'll be on Spotify with it. I'll be catching you guys. Don't think that I'm missing any show.
Yeah.
This is not a game. You have to catch every show.
That's right. Let them know, man. Good to hear from you, my guy.
Yeah, for sure, man. Love. I'm gonna tap back in, man. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out Manscaped. Shout out Mando.
Yeah.
You already know Christmas is around the corner. Do not let those promo codes go to waste,
Don't
man.
let the promos go to waste.
They give it to us. KFTV promo codes, they giving it to us.
Let's go. Salute, man. Rambo from Tampa. That's all family, man. Shout out to Rambo, always holding it down.
I do want to talk about the easy schedule because he did bring up a good point.
Okay.
December 1st, obviously today, played the New Orleans Pelicans. Orlando, Tuesday. You then have the Hornets after that. Detroit, Toronto, the Timberwolves. You got the Pelicans. You also got the Raptors again. Then you got the Spurs on Christmas Day. You got the Magic again. And then you end out the month with the Washington Wizards.
There you go.
For the last 2 days.
There you go. He's right. And again, that's just sometimes how the schedule goes. So remember last year, they had a brutal schedule, one brutal stretch. I think, what was it, January was supposed to be the tough part of the schedule?
I think January was a tough part.
Yeah, and they ended up
destroying it. Beginning was pretty tough, too.
Yeah. Beginning of the season was tough. So it just happens, man. You're going to have the ebbs and flows in the season, but it's on them to capitalize. You got to eat your food, man, and rip off some wins. That Orlando game is going to be tough, but they should be able to get that win. That shouldn't be a hard one. Charlotte again. Detroit, like you said. At Toronto. They got to see RJ and the boys. My boy Broadway Barrett is balling out. Do not sleep. But it should be another win. So you're right, man. Now is the time. This month is the month to hopefully catch up in a tough top of the East.